all set as they'll match up with the Denver Broncos. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 32. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Well, that is a quick lesson. How difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a...
And now the rookie screen. 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Darnold from the gun. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. This defense for the Steelers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw is Darnold. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
Gordon into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Darnold a sneak, and I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak, kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Darnold escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Flush to his right. Darnold, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Harris. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Well, CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's a second touchdown run of this game. And this one, and a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go. But how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Got Gordon open, completes it.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And maybe Shane's in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on. On first down, it's Darnold. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Justin Lane there defensively that time to knock it free.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Darnold to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. Ray McLeod deep for Pittsburgh. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? Well, he said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And it's a big play there on third down, but with the marker on the field, I don't think it's going to hold. Let's see. The tally there, -8 yards. Leads to fourth down as well. On third down, Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Flushed out right. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. Third and long. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up fourth down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now left side on the swing pass. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Steps, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Draymond Jones. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a give. Running left is Harris. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
on is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's more on the return. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Bridgewater. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try the left side. It's Harris. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 187 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete. It's Gordon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, He's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He was looking for Albert O. Albert Okuebunam was the target there.
And that'll bring up second down. Here's Bridgewater. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. To the air again with Bridgewater. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the third time.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
You would think that he had baseball in his past, the way he patrols center field and goes and gets the football as he just did there. An all-pro for the Steelers each of the last 2 years. His first 2 years with the franchise. He led them with 4 interceptions in 2020.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
205 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he will have a Steelers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Now a first down carry for Harris. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Final minute now of the third quarter. On second down, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And this one is no good. He missed it.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more? Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second and a long way to go. Bridgewater looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Escaping the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Bridgewater now for Gordon on the draw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more there and another first down. Throwing is Bridgewater. Flush to his right. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Bridgewater to Fant, first down Broncos. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
You give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 7 yards to pick up there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down now, it's Gordon. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. My 242 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll run with Harris. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They hand this off to Harris.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give